Good morning, everyone. How about a round of applause for our first year on Victory? I see a lot of familiar faces around the room. For those of you who I haven't met, my name is Roy Corby, and I'm the general manager here at Rivers Casino Portsmouth. Welcome to the casino and this celebration of our one-year anniversary. On January 23rd, 2023, we gathered on what felt like the coldest day of the year. And for those of you that were here and braved that weather and listened to me speak for what seemed like 3 hours, I appreciate it. And together we made history by opening the doors to Virginia's first permanent casino. Today we're assembled for another historic making event, thankfully inside in much better conditions. Yeah. In just 72 more hours, we will have been open for 365 days. And we're thrilled to kick off the celebration right now with all of you. Please join me in welcoming our distinguished guests, several of whom are first themselves. Starting on the right, we have Tim Dracoff, Rush Street CEO and Rivers Portsmouth Casino CEO. Senator L. Louise Lucas, President pro tempore, State of Virginia. Speaker Don Scott, Jr., Virginia House of Delegates. Mayor Shannon Glover, City of Portsmouth. Dr. Marcia Conson, President, Tidewater Community College. And our very own Melissa Ramsey, Director of Community Relations for the casino. Thank you all for being here and for providing the leadership and your continued support for Rivers Casino Portsmouth. Many of you have been with us since groundbreaking, when 10 shovels first went into this very ground. Others joined us for those first few steps across the threshold to enter this beautiful venue that features, in case you hadn't heard, 1,446 slot machines, 57 tables, 24 poker tables, 5 restaurants, 5 bars, and 25,000 square foot event center. Others of you we met along the way as we established our business and set out to fulfill our mission across Hampton Roads. To be a strong economic engine, a proud community partner, and a great place to work. When we discussed ways to celebrate today, the first anniversary of the Commonwealth's first permanent casino, we started listing our many firsts and thought, how will future generations even know the origin story of this landmark project? So we decided to send a message to the future in the form of this time capsule. The individuals seated before you who will help tell that story are firsts in their own right. And I'm honored to share the stage in this moment with such trailblazers. Thank you all for your presence here today and for being part of our story, a story that would not have unfolded without one of our strongest advocates and supporters, Senator L. Louise Lucas.
Good afternoon, everybody. Is it afternoon? Well, I guess I'm early, but we've been up so early, it feels like afternoon. But good afternoon and good morning. Good afternoon, everybody. What a day of joy, celebration, and triumph. 1 year ago, we embarked on a journey that has forever changed the landscape of Portsmouth, Virginia. I stand before you today not just as President pro tempore of the Virginia Senate, but as a proud architect of progress, a champion of change and believers in the power of dreams, because I'm also the first woman of color to chair the powerful Senate Finance and Appropriations Committee for the state of Virginia. Getting the bill for casino gaming passed was not merely a legislative feat. It was a battle fought with passion, conviction, and underlying unyielding belief in the potential of Portsmouth. My role in this fight was more than a duty. It was a commitment to the prosperity and well-being of our community, Portsmouth, the home of my birth. Together, we stood against challenges, faced skeptics, and forged a path that has led us to the momentums of this occasion. The funding generated from this casino is more than just revenue. It's a lifeline for Portsmouth. It supports local businesses, fuels educational initiatives, and builds the foundation for a stronger, more vibrant community. It's a testament to what we can achieve when we dream big and work hard together. The road to the grand opening was not without its hurdles, but each obstacle was met with determination and a shared vision. Today, we bask in the glow of a thriving entertainment destination that stands as a testament to the resilience of Portsmouth. It's a highlight reel of community support, economic growth, and the transformative power of unity. In the year since the grand opening, we've witnessed moments that have etched themselves into the fabric of our shared history. From the smiles of newly employed employees to the cultural events that have graced our city, each highlight is a chapter in the successful story we are collectively achieving and writing together. As we look to the future, my legacy is intertwined with the establishment of Virginia's first permanent casino. It's not just a building, it's a symbol of hope, a promise to future generations that we hope to leave is one of prosperity, unity, and the community that believes in its own potentials. Let's continue to move Portsmouth forward to the future, filled with limitless possibilities. And I thank you, and I want to have us continue on this path as I now pass over Senate Bill Regulations to Control the Casino and Gaming Legislation Definition. I'll pass this over to you, Roy, and this will be put in the capsule for future people to know about.
Thank you, Senator Lucas. Our next distinguished guest has also been a strong supporter of the casino. He made Virginia history just last week, and on the heels of that momentous occasion, let's give Speaker Don Scott, Virginia's first Black Speaker of the House, a round of applause as he comes to the podium. Congratulations again, Don.
Well, good morning, everybody. Isn't it appropriate that we stand in this casino in Portsmouth for the first time? Because Portsmouth is where the person who fought for casinos in the Commonwealth of Virginia, Senator L. Louise Lucas, hails from. And she says, this is the home of my birth. And she fought, when I got here in 2005, and I go to a Christmas party at my next door neighbor's house that they done annually, Cynthia Morrison, and the senator's there. And I just met her like 2 minutes ago, and she's telling me, we're going to get a casino. We're going to get a casino. This in 2005, y'all. And folks around the room were like looking at her like, she crazy. You might want to move over. You don't really want to know her. Just write her a check when she running. When she call for some money, give it to her, but don't listen to her. Because she's never going to get a casino in Portsmouth. It's not going to happen. The Commonwealth of Virginia will never pass casino legislation. That's what she was told. And so she was told that in 06 when I met her. She was 07, 08, 9, 10. Y'all do the math. Up until 2020 when we finally passed the casino legislation. I was a freshman then. I just got elected. I had no say, but she brought me in the room. I go in the room. It's like 1725 lobbyists in the room. And they're all half of them trying to kill it, half of them trying to promote it. But she got it through with leadership. And I know this is about the casino today, but you couldn't have any casino in Virginia without saying the name of L. Louise Lucas, and I don't want that history to ever be forgotten. Because oftentimes we'll change the story in the history. You know, we look up sometimes people trying to take our history away from us sometimes. And that history is not just Black history, that's shared American history. America's the only country in the world that said that we're going to be founded on an idea, not race, not nationality, not ethnicity. This idea that all men and women are created equal, endowed by that creator with certain inalienable rights. You know what I mean? Y'all know them. You get to pursue your own happiness in America. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. So we need to make sure that we continue to tell that American story. Because if not, people will take us back and split us up into tribes. when we're founded on an idea, even though the men who created that idea may have been imperfect, the idea was perfect. And we need to always remember that. I'm grateful for having the opportunity to be the first Black Speaker of the House in Virginia. So what I have is, I have my gavel, the memento, it says Speaker Don Scott, Virginia House of Delegates, 2024, let it be done. Then second, so let it be done, so let it be written. You remember Moses movies all the time? The Pharaoh. And the second thing is, I have some photos of me and my family and whatnot. I want to make sure they know in history this was a Black family that did this, y'all. You know, they'll change history up. Next thing you know, I'm out the picture, it's got my name. Don Scott, very Anglo, y'all, right? But I just wanted to thank Rivers Casino for everything that they've done, everything that they're doing in Portsmouth. This is the future. Portsmouth is winning. Portsmouth is winning.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker. At this time, I'd like to introduce Tim Dracoff, CEO of Rivers Casino Portsmouth and Rush Street Gaming.
Thanks, Roy. Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming out on this chilly Saturday. This was supposed to be outside, but we thankfully moved it in. We're especially grateful to have Senator Lucas, House Speaker Scott, Mayor Glover, along with our distinguished community leaders and supporters here today, and also thank Delegate Barry Knight, who couldn't be here. As Speaker Scott and Senator Lucas would tell you, it took decades of work to make this last year possible, and we're really thankful for that, for giving us the opportunity. On behalf of Neil Bloom, our chairman, and all of us at Rush Street Gaming, I want to congratulate Roy and all of our team members here at Rivers Casino Portsmouth for a successful first full year of operations. Extra congrats to that group for being named a 2024 Best Places to Work by CovaBiz magazine. That does deserve a round of applause. Each of our properties have met that distinction in their markets as well, but to do it in the first year of operations is really, really remarkable. As some of you know, this is our 7th full-service casino development. Each of our projects have been custom designed for their host communities, just like this one in Portsmouth. And each of those projects have made history in their own way, but only Rivers Casino Portsmouth can lay claim to being the first of its kind in a new jurisdiction like Virginia, by being the first and still only permanent casino in the whole Commonwealth of Virginia. When we were planning this with the city, we thought Portsmouth doesn't deserve a temporary. They deserve the real deal, and that's what we built for them. We're proud of that. That'll always be part of Portsmouth narrative. That'll always be part of our narrative, and we're proud of what we did for the city and for the Commonwealth. In addition to individual community leaders here today, we're deeply grateful to the city of Portsmouth, economic development and workforce development partners, including the Hampton Roads Workforce Council. We'd also like to thank our local diverse investors from right here in Portsmouth and Hampton Roads for believing in us way back then and what we could accomplish here. In total, we have about 24 local individual diverse investors. And many of them are here today. So thank you too. So we're going to reopen this in January of 2073. I'm not sure if I'll be around, but if I'm not, I am committing or putting in this shovel. This is from our groundbreaking, which was December 7th, 2021, which was also a cold day here in Portsmouth. But I want to point out that we got shovels in the ground here real quickly after we got the legislation passed that they mentioned and the referendum passed. And we wanted to get this property open as soon as we could for ourselves and for the city and for the Commonwealth. And our team, many of them are here today, delivered on that promise. So happy anniversary. Shovels going in.
Thank you, Tim. The early partnerships we've established with colleges and universities in the area, namely those with Tidewater Community College and Norfolk State University, have been particularly meaningful to Rivers Casino. Although Dr. Javon Adams-Gaston was unable to join us today, we give NSU a shout out for the contribution to our opening day ceremony 1 year ago. I can still remember the crowd roar when the NSU marching band blessed us with their performance. Early on, we locked arms with TCC, and they have been integral to our hiring, training, and recruitment efforts. Through our partnership with TCC, under the leadership of Dr. Marcia Constant, more than 200 graduates have received their dealer certification. And our partnership didn't end there. Our very first office space was located on TCC's Portsmouth campus, and we appreciate Dr. Constant for making that happen. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium Dr. Constant, President, Tidewater Community College.
Good morning, everyone. And thank you, Roy. Thank you very much. I want everyone to know that Tidewater Community College is very proud of our relationship with Rivers Casino. Earlier this morning, as I entered the room and was chatting with some of the people, they were asking me, what is your relationship with Rivers Casino? Well, I will tell you, we have a very strong relationship in terms of providing training for many of the employees who are here. And as you know, the casino is located right next to our Portsmouth campus, and we are very proud of that. We were excited to be a part of just this groundbreaking and knowing that we will have a casino so close to our Portsmouth campus. Roy mentioned that we have a large number of students who have participated in a dealer school program. In addition to the number of over 200 students participating, we've actually awarded over 300 certificates to those 200 students. So that's very good for the community development and the employees here. When we learned about the opportunity to have the dealer school, we were so excited, and we wanted to make sure that we did Rivers Casino a great job here. So a team, along with myself, actually took a trip up to the Community College of Allegheny County to visit their dealer school there. They have an association with Rivers Casino in Pennsylvania because we wanted to do justice here. And we learned from that and came back and we implemented the dealer school that continues to be a success. In addition to our dealer school, another thing I would like to share is that I think it was actually the first event that was held here at the casino was a celebration in honor of the president of TCC, myself, as an inauguration for me. And it was held here. We had anticipated holding something during the first 2 years, but of course we're in COVID. And then when we finally decided to have an event, the Rivers Casino was so gracious to allow us to have it here. And what a grand event it was. It was a very special night. But again, it was the first event that was held here at the casino. So in honor of that, in addition to a couple of items I would like to put in the time capsule, we also would like to put a program from that night, the celebration night. And in addition to that, we have a chip here that one of the staff actually made it up to use as a place sitting. So I would like to put this program in along with a couple of other items. So these are real casino chips, not the play ones like my staff made for play settings. And also we have a very nice photo of students and instructors for the inaugural dealer school that TCC was able to partner with Rivers Casino to offer. So these 3 items we would like to put in on behalf of Tidewater Community College, commemorating our proud and continued relationship with Rivers Casino.
Thank you, Dr. Conson. Every day, we strive to create a culture where employees feel valued through competitive, family-sustaining wages and salaries, great benefits, tuition reimbursement, and opportunities for professional growth. I am especially proud of our team and thankful for their hard work and commitment to make this a world-class destination with first-rate customer service. For those of you in the room, could not have done it without you and appreciate you more than you will ever know. Together, we introduced an industry completely new to the region, and it's been an incredible ride. We've experienced so many milestones over the past year, too many to mention them all. One too important not to. The Virginia Lottery Board's presentation of our operating license. Thank you to Gina Smith and the Virginia Lottery Board for their continued support and guidance. I myself have a humble brag to offer this morning. I have yet to leave the Starbucks without mentioning to the barista or someone behind me in line, I was Rivers Casino Portsmouth's first employee. In that capacity, I'm honored to show these giant scissors from our ribbon cutting and place these in a time capsule as my contribution to this historic archive. We've taken you on a 12-month and then some journey through time, from casino gaming legislation to groundbreaking to grand opening. And within our first 12 months of operating, we welcome guests from all 50 states, including our surprise 1 millionth customer, Terry from Norfolk. I won't be surprised if Terry's out there right now. And even more recent surprise, Patricia from Newport News, our 2 millionth customer. I'd like to invite Melissa Ramsey, our Director of Community Engagement, to share brief remarks about that exciting milestone.
Thanks, Roy. You may be the first hire and the first employee and the best place to work, but after working with you for 2 years, I know I have the best job. So I'm going to hold on to that. All right. Every day I'm presented with unique opportunities to serve our community, which is one of my greatest joys in life. This region is a special place. Portsmouth is a special place. And in this role, I am fortunate to make meaningful connections with so many special people, many in this room, on behalf of Rivers Casino, supporting other local organizations that are truly changing lives and improving our local community. Through Rivers Gives, we've dedicated over 1,000 volunteer hours. We've given to over 80 nonprofits, and we have given now over $861,000 to the local community. It's great. We're reaching for that 1 million. We're not there yet, but all right. And we do more than write checks. So I want to let you know about that. Coordinating with Rivers Gives service days, we go out into the community. We participate in neighborhood cleanups. Elvira, I see you out there. And I know Travis isn't here yet, but we're going to do one with the Alpha soon. We do food drives. I saw Chris in here too. So we've done multiple food drives with the food bank here, and we assemble care packages. It's really the most rewarding work, and I'm honored to work in this community. I'm never short of team members. They're always willing to jump in, get their hands dirty, pull weeds, do anything that I ask them to do. We're building an exhibit on Tuesday, so whether or not they like using power tools, it's going to happen. And because of that, we've been recognized already as one of the most community-minded organizations, one of the most community-minded companies in the area. We recently in November got the Civic 50 honor. And Civic 50 is it's the world's largest volunteer organization. So we were amongst the few that got named an honoree by Volunteer Hampton Roads and Points of Light. So on top of all that giving, there are also other fun moments we share with the community, like the one I experienced with Terry from Norfolk, our surprise 1 millionth customer. Within just 6 months of operations in June, Terry walked through the doors and we showered her with confetti, dinner at Admiral's, a show, and other prizes. It was such a memorable day for me and our team. And I'd like to place this article, which I will go get, from the Virginian Pilot that highlights the incredible day on June 20th. Carrie couldn't be here, like Roy said. She might be busy out on the floor. But very unexpectedly, earlier this month, we welcomed our 2 millionth guest, and she's here today, Patricia. I'd like to ask our 2 millionth guest to join me on the stage now. And she experienced the same fanfare that Terry did, and we'd like her to sign this. Her sign it, and her picture's on the back, so she will forever be remembered. There's room in there, I swear. All right. And both our 1 millionth and 2 millionth guests will now forever be a part of the Rivers Casino Portsmouth story. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. 2 million and counting. Melissa has been doing a phenomenal job keeping us engaged in the community. So many people know me as the face of the property because of events like this, but Melissa's really the one out there with the rest of our team doing really the hard work and engaging in the community, and really appreciative of her efforts. Next week through Rivers Gives, and as part of our continued anniversary celebration, we will lend support to the Portsmouth Police Department and roll up our sleeves to support construction initiatives at Safety Town. We are proud to be part of Portsmouth, and we've enjoyed connecting with the residents in the community. Since day one, we have forged a great partnership with the city council, and we are committed to working together to make Portsmouth a great place to live, work, and play. With more than $42 million in new state and local tax revenues, $10 million in new local commerce, and 32% of our workforce comprised of Portsmouth residents. In the words of Mayor Glover, Portsmouth is still winning. Please join me in welcoming Mayor Glover to the podium.
Wow. You know, today is not only a momentous occasion, but it's football season still, right? Y'all, any football people out there? Some of our teams are not still in the hunt, and that's okay. But I want to take a moment to talk to you, if I could, about, and I want to use the football analogy about how we got here at the local level. So in a football team, you have ownership. And the ownership, certainly with this organization, starts with Neil Bloom and his vision, but it also starts with folks like Bill Keena. It starts with folks like Joe Shibetta and Roy Corby and Melissa Ramsey. That's the ownership. Then we talk about in football, we talk about the front office. So the front office would have been the folks who actually helped get this in place. The front office was led by Senator L. Louis Lucas, Delegate Barry Knight, and Delegate Don Scott. That's the front office. Now, we know those are the people that actually get the whole idea of being able to come to fruition. But at the end of the day, the team and the coach have to execute the game plan. Do we agree? Okay. So with that, when Rivers came to the city, and I remember very vividly when we had to sit down and talk with Joe Shibetta and his team and the development team, one thing we stressed as a team that we were going to work together to make sure that this project was executed to the T. And I'm happy to report and say Portsmouth, ladies and gentlemen, got this one right. And we got it right because we recognized the players that needed to be in the room, and there were no one really knew, you know, in a team, you know, a lot of stuff goes on in the locker room, right? It's not put out in the public, but no one knew any of the challenges because to you, the fans, the people that were in the stands, it all was pretty much on time and delivered, and it was entertaining to the crowd. And so I just want to say that I am grateful to be a part of a team in the city of Portsmouth with my colleagues on council, Vice Mayor Lisa Lucas Burke, Councilman Mark Hugel, Councilman Tillage, Councilman Bill Moody, Dr. Mark Whitaker, and also Councilman DeAndre Barnes. Our team and the city leadership and the city workers and the Economic Development Authority and the citizens of Portsmouth got it done, folks. We got the win. We won the championship. And the benefactor is and will continue to be the citizens of Portsmouth. We are the first and we are the finest. So with that, I just want to recognize our team and thank them for all of their commitment. And it is my esteemed honor and privilege to read this proclamation that will be put in the time capsule. Whereas on January 20th, 2024, Rivers Casino Portsmouth celebrates its 1-year anniversary and commemorates a first on victory with a time capsule ceremony as Virginia's first permanent casino. And whereas since opening on January 23rd, 2023, Rivers Casino Portsmouth has demonstrated a deep commitment to enhancing the region's strong economic engine, a proud community partner, and a great place to work. Whereas Rivers Casino Portsmouth has bolstered the economy since day one, and in the first year, generating more than $42 million in state and local tax contributions, the casino continues to prioritize its commitment to buying local with Virginia businesses, vendors, suppliers, adding approximately $10 million annually in new local commerce. And whereas Rivers Casino Portsmouth seamlessly introduced a new industry to the region, creating 1,300 permanent new jobs, and was named a 2024 Blessed Place to Work in Cova Biz magazine. And whereas Rivers Casino proudly embraces a culture of philanthropy through Rivers Gives, the casino's ongoing community engagement initiative. The casino has supported more than 80 nonprofits in Hampton Roads. And with only 12 months of operations, folks, team members already have dedicated over 1,000 hours to local charitable organizations. And whereas the casino has welcomed more than 2 million guests from across all 50 states to enjoy full service, state-of-the-art gaming floor, poker room, Bet Rivers Sportsbook, event and conference venues, and premier restaurants. And by the way, we did have our first State of the City last spring here at Rivers Casino Portsmouth. Whereas within its first year, Rivers Casino Portsmouth has proven to be a world-class entertainment destination and continues to deliver fun and exciting first-rate customer experience. Now, therefore I, Shannon E. Glover, Mayor of the City of Portsmouth, Virginia, do hereby proclaim January 24th, January 20, 2024 as First on Victory Celebration Day in Portsmouth, Virginia, and the City of Portsmouth looks forward to January 23rd, 2073, when this time capsule will be open and these accomplishments, along with many more, will be celebrated again. In witness whereof, I have hereunto set my hand and caused the seal of the City of Portsmouth, Virginia, to be affixed this 20th day of January, 2024. Thank you, folks. Thank you, Rivers Casino Portsmouth. And I have another item I want to present. This is a vintage Portsmouth blanket. I will not unpack it, but hopefully in 2073, it's still cold outside and they'll be able to use this blanket.
Thank you, Mayor Glover. Senator Lucas, I'm not going to be allowed to sit down or finish the ceremony if they don't get a picture of you actually putting the bill in there. So if I could ask you to stand up, I'm going to give you the bill. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mayor Glover. As we now prepare for the official sealing of the time capsule, I'd like to toss one final item to commemorate the celebration, our exclusive first anniversary challenge coin. Each one of you are going to be home with one of these limited edition challenge coins today. At this time, I'd like to call all of our distinguished guests to the center of the stage to grab a quick group photo before sealing the school box for the next 50 years. Those really celebrate what is a significant milestone in the Commonwealth and the city of Portsmouth. You know, Virginia's first permanent casino. It's a historic achievement, brand new industry in a new state. So we're very proud of it. We wanted to capture that moment. It's been remarkable. You know, any new industry certainly have highs and lows, but I tell you what, the first year has been absolutely amazing and record-setting. We're thrilled with how this first year has gone, and I really look forward to what year two brings.